From the moment of transformation into human form, from birth to death, and even beyond, our lives are programmed, framed, and institutionalized. This world operates as a prison where systems, norms, and politics bind us. From a child's first breath to their last, parents and religions innocently but forcefully embed cultures, doctrines, and ideologies. Fresh minds are rarely recognized for what they naturally seek. Instead, their path is already confined within a prison of cultural norms and standardized freedom. From a cosmic perspective, the roots of society's control over freedom start at home, within family circles, and expand through nations. A child's identity is absorbed into the fabric of nationalism before they even have a voice, labeling them with a nation and us versus them mentality in a world of constructed borders. Our national, cultural, and historical frameworks impose a divisive reality. From the outset, we consciously and unconsciously place children into molds of identity. By doing so, we sustain discriminatory structures like nationalism under the guise of tradition. Across so-called democratic states, the USA, China, India, Myanmar, Russia, Pakistan, and more, nationalism often mutates into political terror, religious supremacy, and dominance. These governments create two primary classes: the dominant government class and the civilian class, which is trapped within these systems. Since 1900, these nation-states have been at war nearly 300 times. Millions have died and billions continue to be spent annually, over $1.5 trillion collectively, on borders and defense systems that generate cycles of fear and violence. Yet, this does not solve, only perpetuates division. Who are the refugees, the displaced, the others? Why invest in weapons, border walls, and bureaucratic controls? This divisive system, labeling us as foreigners, runs contrary to our shared existence. But governments continue this cycle, driven by politics and currency. Look at Kashmir or Palestine today. These places reveal how nationalism often descends into systematic terrorism. In Kashmir, administration reshapes identities through fake encounters and labels citizens as threats to the nation. Meanwhile, government propaganda programs readers with biased daily headlines, creating enemies where there should be unity. From Socrates to Gary Davis, people have envisioned governance models that respect and sustain world peace, rooted in universal natural laws. Despite the powerful reach of digital platforms, we remain a divided global family, fragmented by nationalist institutions, even as our unity is desperately needed. This nation-state system, once intended to replace feudalism, now perpetuates itself through industrial, electronic, nuclear, and even space-age tactics. Rather than focusing on human unity, it maintains divisions that elevate national interests over global welfare. Today, civilians worldwide express discontent with the UN and other intergovernmental powers. Their frustration shows that our loyalty to the nation-state must be transcended if we are to achieve a stable, structured world, one that aligns with the cosmic laws governing our shared humanity. As Einstein said, everything has changed except our way of thinking. Instead of thinking globally, we remain locked in a nationalistic mindset. Humanity itself is already a meta-system governed by spiritual, cosmic, and biological principles. Our only way forward is through a world structure of unity. Through the WTA Cosmogovernment and World Service Authority, we recognize that our true responsibility is to structure peace, unity, and justice, to live as members of one human family. Our relationship with Earth is mystical and spiritual, a sacred bond that nationalism overlooks. WTA's vision for one home, one law, one citizenship is a solution we urgently need in the nuclear age. Visit worldthroughart.com to understand how we can build a unified, peaceful future. The time has come for each of us to rethink and recognize the prison of our current systems and find a way forward for humanity together.